Hello everyone, greetings from VNR JYOTHI Institute of Engineering and Technology. This is Manohar Reddy, Department of Cybersecurity, Data Science and IADS. Today in this session we are going to discuss about the concept of Introduction to Computer Networks from the Computer Networks and Ethical Hacking. So Introduction to Computer Networks, in this we are going to discuss about what is meant by network and what is meant by computer network and what is meant by computer networking, what are the benefits of computer network and what are the benefits of computer networking applications and what are the types of networks, all the topics which we covered in this session. So first of all, what is meant by network? So we know that we heard that lot of places we are hearing this word network. So what is meant by exactly? So a network is a collection of interconnected entities. You can say that say that it is a system or it is a person or it is a device, whatever it may be. Interconnected entities. All these are interconnected that communicate and share information with each other. So they want to communicate to each other. So because of that, they are interconnected entities. So a network is a collection of interconnected entities that communicate and share information with each other. That means the two persons to each other, the two devices to each other. So a network is a system of interconnected nodes. A network is a system of interconnected nodes that exchange data, exchange resources or services. So they can able to exchange the data, they can able to share their resources and they can able to apply the services also. So if you are not able to create the network, you cannot able to perform this data transmission or data exchange and sharing the resources and applying the services together. So examples, if you see the examples in the network point of view. So road network connecting two cities. So road always connecting starting point and ending point, right? So if you want to go from source to destination, if you want to go from one area to another area, the road is a networking place. Road is a networking place to connecting those two cities. And similarly, social networks like YouTube, like WhatsApp, like all this Instagram, all these social networks are connecting two people. Twitters or LinkedIn, whatever, all these social networks are connecting two people, connecting two or more people together. So they want to communicate and they want to share their knowledge. And telephone network connecting users. So telephone, one person, so this is a point to point network, so which is connecting a user to user, which is connecting a single user to single user. So telephone networks are connecting users. And a computer network connecting computers and devices, so computer networks is connecting both computers as well as the devices. So here devices are nothing but you maybe the system, maybe the router, maybe the LAN, whatever it may be, all the devices, all the network devices, all the system device, all connecting together, so that the computer network is connecting. So what is computer network? So we know the definition of network. So it is a group of or interconnected devices, interconnected entities. All this we discussed in the previous slide. Now what is exactly the computer network? So computer network is a group of computers. So we can say that group of computers. So group of entities is nothing but a network. So here the computer network is a group of computers and electronic devices connected together through communication links. So this is a very important point. The through communication links, we are going to connecting the computers. We are going to connecting the computers to the electronic devices. Through this communication link, we are connected together. So what purpose we are connecting them? Here to exchange the data, and sharing the resources. To exchange the data and sharing their resources, we are connecting the computers and electronic devices through the communication links. So through communication links are nothing but through the cables or through the devices, whatever it may be. Right, so this is the definition. Now we can see the computer network is a collection of interconnected computing devices that communicate and share information using different communication protocols. So when you are connecting your system, to the network, automatically the protocols will help you to connecting the The protocols will help you to connecting the network, and the network is responsible for using the applications on the system, and the system is browsing all the applications through this network on your system. So always the protocols takes place to performing all the responsibilities. So for this, you can see the examples. Internet is one type of computer network, which establish the networking, which establish the accessing of your applications through the World Wide Web. And the college computer lab network. So your college premises, your lab premises are connected all the computers together and performing as a computer network. And if you want to share any IP addresses, if you want to share any other folder resources to other system, your lab will be configured as a networking point of view. And the office network. So similarly, offices also, all the systems are networked together in the offices. So if they want to share any information from one system to all other systems, the systems are communicated to each other. So because of the computer network is established. And similarly, banking network. So all the bank employees are sharing their resources, sharing their employee details, or sharing their transaction details from one system to another system through this network point of view. And mobile networks also. So through the mobile networks also, we can able to communicate and transfer the data from one mobile to another mobile. So without these computer networks, without this networking point of view, we cannot share any data, we cannot exchange the information from one device to another device. So what is the need of computer networks? So the computers are connected to each other, but what is the need of computer networks? So before network, computers worked independently. So if you are not networked to the computers, what will happen? What will be happen? The computers worked independently. They work independently on their own tasks, right? So if any computer is depending upon the other computer, the two computers are to be networked to each other. So without this network, they can work on independently. So they don't share any information, they don't exchange their information to another system. So network are introduced for the purpose of sharing the files and the data. The main thing is what? To share their files and the data, and share hardware resources also. If you want to access your printer from one system, you can able to access, but if you want to access the same printer from multiple systems, what will happen? So because of that, the network is established. Share hardware devices also. Enable communication. So to make sure communicating to all the systems, you should enable communication also. And access remote resources also. So if you are working at somewhere, if you want to access that somewhere resources from here, you can able to connect the computer networks. And reduce the costs also. Instead of going physical location, you can able to access from here only. And improve collaboration also. So always the two people are communicating to each other means they are collaboratively work for the particular research or particular something, right? So because of that, they are collaborated, the result may be get accurately, right? So because of this, computer networks are improved for collaborating process. And what is computer networking? So now we know that computer networks, so all the computers are to be connected to each other to sharing their resources. But computer networking, when it will be the computer networking? So computer networking is the process of connecting two or more computers and devices together so that they can communicate. So if you do this process, what is this? Connecting two or more computers and devices together is what? Networking, computer networking. So connecting without connecting to all the computers and devices, that may not be computer networking, that may be network, okay. But when it will become networking, the connecting two or more computers and devices together so that they can communicate, exchange data and share resources through wired or wireless communication channel. So through this wired or wireless communication channel, they are communicated together and they are sharing their data, resources and all the things. So computer networking refers to the design, implementation, management and use of interconnected computer systems that communicate using standard protocols. So all these interconnection process, all these interconnection of the systems, devices, all will be done only through standard protocols. So without these protocols, without this protocol implementation, the systems will not communicate to each other, and they cannot able to share their resources or data to each other. So with the standard protocols only, they can able to perform all the responsibilities. So here examples you can see, consider a computer lab in college. If you take an example in our college or in your lab, 30 computers are connected through a switch. So all the computers are connected through a switch in the lab. Students can access the same printer. Students can access the same systems, and the files can be shared among systems. All files can be shared from one system to 30 systems. All computers can able to access the internet, and this interconnected system is called as computer network. And the technology that used to establish and manage these all connections is called as what? Computer networking. So interconnected systems is okay, that is computer network. But when the computer network is useful, the technology is used to establish and manage these all the connections. Because of all these connections were made, you are doing all the resources, you are sharing all your resources, and you are exchanging all the data. So that is called as what? Computer networking. Right. So this is the computer networking and the network. And what is the importance of computer networks? The computer networks are the backbone of the modern communication. So it is the backbone of the modern communication. So it is very useful in the different point of view, different areas point of view, different entities point of view. The first one is what? To communicate. So allow users to communicate instantly. So all the systems to be communicated instantly. So how you are going to communicate? If you want to communicate with a company, you can use emails. If you want to communicate with the friends, you can use the video calls. If you want to communicate with the strangers, you can use the messaging apps. So based on this communication criteria, the different companies are developing their own apps, communication apps. Right. So examples, you can use LinkedIn. You can use LinkedIn for connecting professionals. So LinkedIn profile is communicating and connecting professionals. And Gmail is also connecting for all the professionals, officials, and all the things. And messaging apps, WhatsApp is connected. WhatsApp is communicated for both business point of view as well as personal point of view. Right. So these are all the communication point of view. Computer networks are created. And the second one is what? Resource sharing. So multiple users can share their printers, storage devices, softwares also. If you want to share a software, you can use the resource sharing process to each other. Right. So like the way we can use the importance of the computer networks and information sharing process. So fast transfer of information across your locations. So staying here and sending the data to a remote location is also possible through this computer networks process. And internet access, providing access to global information through the ISPs, NSPs, and regional SPs, RSPs. So through this all we can able to access the internet. Through worldwide we can able to access the internet. And the business operations. So business operations, online banking point of view, e-commerce point of view, cloud computing point of view, all these applications, all these operations are operated under the computer networks point of view. In the educational organizations also, online classes you can use in the COVID point of view. In the COVID corona time, all the classes, all the colleges are conducted their online classes through the online communication apps like Zoom apps, Google Meet apps, Microsoft Web Teams, or through this all the communication channels, through this all the communication meeting channels only they are conducted online classes. And you can access the books also from the digital libraries. And if you want to do some practicals in your lab, in your system, you can use the virtual labs like online Python compilers, online C compilers, Git compilers, like that. All the virtual labs also communicated for you to develop or for you to conduct some lab oriented programs. And the remote work, so enables work from home options also established through this computer networks. what are the components of computer networks? So computer networks are established, computer networking is also done, but how these computer networks can be established and the networking process technology can be achieved means there are two types of components are required. The first one is what? Hardware components. So hardware components are obviously, we can say that computers to receive and send and receive the devices or information. So computers are required. Then next, NIC, network interface card. So connects a device to the network. So it connects a device to the network. And a switch also connects a device within a LAN. So within a LAN, from all the systems, the connection is from the switch. And router connects a different networks, it connects a different network. So the only the difference thing is what? Switch connects the devices within a LAN, and a router connects a different networks. And a hub, it is a basic networking device. And modem, it connects also network to the internet. So in previous 10 years before, we used to connect with the BSNL modems, right? BSNL modems are very famous on the time 2010 and 2005. In the time, BSNL modems were very useful for all the BSNL employees and other government employees also, right? And transmission media through wired or wireless. So maximum the transmission media we can use coaxial cables, twisted pair cables, and optical fiber cables. So all this transmission media we can use for the communication purpose, to establishing the network purpose. And software components, so these are all the hardware components we have, but without the software components we cannot able to activate all them to work on computer networks, right? So what are the things? Software components. So first, network operating system. The operating system is required for any system, right? And then protocols configuration, TCP IP protocol, HTTP protocol, FTP protocol, DNS protocol. If you want to access any domain through this protocol, you can able to configure. And if you want to share or send a file, you can use the FTP to configure. If you want to access any domain applications, you can use the HTTP protocol. And if you want to access the internet, you can use to configure HTTP IP. So because of that, every internet service provider configure all these when you are connecting to the internet, So here you can see all the computer network components, NICs, RAID card, hub, cables, IP address configuration. These are all client side and these are all the server side. So providing the gateway and router IP addresses, transmission medias, all these things comes under the server point of view. So these are all the hardware components and software components are the components of computer networks. So without these components, without these all the devices, so when you are connected through computer network, all these devices are communicated. All these devices are communicated to each other and they are ready to perform all the tasks that you are given by the system. So these are the computer components. And what are the main applications? Okay, what are the main applications of computer networks? So you can see in real time point of view, lot of areas are performing different applications. Banking sectors, education sectors, healthcare sectors, defensive sectors, e-commerce sectors, social media sectors, cloud computing, research, everywhere computer networks are used, everywhere operating systems also used, right? So for the banking sectors, online transactions, education sectors, e-learning platforms nowadays, because of the AI era, a lot of e-learning platforms are established, a lot of e-learning platforms are introduced for the students and the teachers. So healthcare point of view, patient management systems, doctor management systems, all the things. Defensive techniques, secure communication to provide the privacy and security of your data. So defensive techniques are used. Their defense industries are used different point of view. And e-commerce, online shoppings also, social media, global communications also, cloud computing, remote storage and device services also, research point of view, sharing scientific data also. So for all these applications, regularly we used to use the applications, right? So to all these applications we are going to performing the activities by only computer networks are established. So that is all about to know the computer networks, introduction to computer networks, what is meant by network, what is meant by computer network, what is meant by computer networks, networking applications, benefits, and what are the components of computer networks. I hope all of you understand the computer networks point of view. Thank you all. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.